something differently will be done to the Nigerian textile industries, that our youth will be employed. Only the people that attend the church here can tell you.
Service in Holy Arosa is in.
We are taking a canoe tour of the communities on the bank of River Niger in Jesu.
For the people of Niger State, a new dawn brightens up the horizon. They are on a journey of wild imagination, true and magnificent. Their transport is a leadership, passionate and outstanding, with the clear knowledge of its flight path. Their state governor, Umar Mohamed Bago, is bringing a leadership model to his state that is radically changing the meaning of what is political leadership to ordinary citizens. If they ever despair over political leadership, today they are seeing the ascendancy of hope in it.
Governor Umaru Mohamed Bago took the bull by the horn by creating what I call unprecedented revolution in terms of infrastructure development that is going to turn around the infrastructure deficit of the state.
Nature generally endowed Niger State with amazing landscapes, some of which are national monuments. It now endows it with Bago, who is transforming these landscapes to the service of the state and the people and the nation. Over the last 1 year, Niger State remains an unfolding story of continuous construction, rebuilding, and pursuit of defining projects that stand the state out, and that are bringing it out from the depth of mediocrity and poor vision to the mainstream of urban renewal and global standard in development plan and execution. Niger State is in the hands of brilliant eggheads who are virtually in a hurry to make it a new Mecca.
Niger State is about 48 years, from creation from about 1976. And then after the creation of Niger State, we've never had a major, infrastructural development. So Niger State is sitting on an infrastructure deficit of over 40 years. That is why it looks like we're running. And then when you have to catch up with something that is over 40 years, you need speed.
It is on record. Niger State is the first state and still the only one to fully commit its agriculture to full-scale mechanization. It puts in place an operational system, Niger Food, to coordinate activities pertaining to it. The mechanization is a pioneering work that supports the federal drive for self-sufficiency in food production. It transformed a feathered farmer in Niger State to be a producer for world market, not only for his immediate needs. He becomes a richer and better version of himself, with most modern farming tools and resources at his disposal. The mechanization allows Niger State to enter into a multi-billion-naira trade agreement with many government and private systems nationally and internationally on produce from their farms. It is within the larger context of this mechanization that the abandoned Mina airport is rebuilt and fitted with the state-of-the-art equipment to facilitate agri export. It will also serve as a green area and export processing zone. It is as well named after President Tinubu, who actually declares a national emergency on food production.
It's like anybody who is ready to produce food should just come to Niger State, produce, you have a ready-made market. And that's one of the fundamental challenges of agricultural production system.
This is just one of several life-changing projects the state government is pursuing simultaneously. It brings Niger State to the global psyche. We do not take anything away from this project, but there is one dream the state government is on top of it, and it is in its pursuit with a passion and vigor and unwavering commitment. It may sound like a fairy tale, but Niger State government is building 1,000 kilometers of road in 4 years. If you have your doubt, these people have committed their life to it. They are already on it and on top of it. And over the last year, they have already arrived at over 300 kilometers completion of it. These roads are spread across the state and are under different work plan. Some of the roads are under urban renewal, another are under the new Niger model. The choice and implementation of these road projects are based on strategic thinking that include improving the livelihood of the people, opening the state to direct foreign investment, improve security, and elevation of the status of the state beyond its present state.
Yes, indeed, Niger State, it's a giant ball of construction activities. And I don't think we have any apology for that. Our people have desired this for too long a time. This is just one of the many things that will come. Expect to see more. I can guarantee you, for sure, we're not going to slack and we're not going to take a step backward. Rather, we push forward.
The battle cry now among this leadership is that Minna will be developed to be better than Lagos or even comparable to Dubai. It may sound like the development gap is monumental and dreamy, but the leadership is giving it a try. Under the Urban Renewal Program, Minna will enjoy 100 kilometers of state-of-the-art road in 4 years. Significant headway is already being made on that score, and Minna is a capital city on a construction transition. In every corner of it, there is an ongoing road project. The truth is, if you are not so much familiar with the Minna now, you are sure to miss your way if you are there now. The road project in Minna comes with specification that truly guarantees it a renewed township. This is a completed road that welcomes you to Minna from Abuja axis. It begins at Chanchaga down to Tingongoro Bridge up to the Abulkairukura University. It is 3-lane on either side. There will be standard street lights, drainages, and all the road under this project will follow these specifications and more.
The 3 lanes that you're seeing is just the beginning. We're going to have about 7 bridges and underpass within Niger State. And this is the first time this is coming in Niger State. I think we have seen it in a couple of states in Nigeria. So the 3-lane is just a demonstration of what we intend to do in terms of making Minna an urban city. Now, if you bring in urbanization, development comes to meet it. And that is what informed what we are doing.
There is no section of Minna that I did not capture, and these road projects are going on simultaneously with the verb. Minna has not made a name for good roads, but the coming months will ensure free flow of traffic along all its roads and its countryside, increase business and social activities on a large scale, makes Minna landscape even more pleasant and beautiful, and makes a visit to Minna a travel pleasure. Yet, the plan for Minna are not limited to its 100 kilometers of roads.
We're ambitious to build in the next 4 years 100,000 houses, because we are putting a train line between Minna here and Abuja to depopulate Abuja with 3 million people in the next 10 years. So this housing project is huge, it's capital intensive, it's going to create a lot of employment, and it's going to generate revenue for our people. So without all these infrastructures, there's no way you can attract investment, you can attract this kind of people and caliber of people to come in. As much as we are combating with insecurity, and one of the major things we have seen to combat insecurity here is, to be able to cultivate all these empty and ungoverned spaces.
Yes. It apparently is clear that there is a project emergency in Niger State. Niger is one vast construction site along the line of that goal of 1,000 kilometers of road across the state to be delivered in 4 years. The 100-kilometer Minna Urban Renewal Road is part of the 1,000, and it is developing at pace. Another significant road project under this umbrella is the 84-kilometer Minna Bida Road. Perhaps there is no road in Niger State that defied all entreaty for reconstruction than this road. If it is delivered now, it will be like a jinx of a lifetime broken, and the people can offer a silent prayer of happiness and redemption.
The jinx Minna Bida Road that has been in the workings for over 16 years. I was a party to trying to develop, to link up with the Islamic Development Bank in our years in government. And as a former secretary to government, I was privy to all the transactions that happened. But this thing continued to be delayed until Bago came and went to Riyadh to meet with the IDB. Within that week, 16 years jinx was broken.
Minna Bida Road is perhaps the most important road for the people and government of Niger State. It is a vast window of social and economic activities as it connects the entire southwestern Nigeria to all of the north. Locally, it houses the entire Northland, which is the single most populous entity in Niger State, a massive voting population politically. They are a historical and cultural group, highly educated, with rich agricultural land and massive national and international connections. Yet, for any one of them to access Bida from Mina, they require a maximum of 4 hours on a bumpy and jagged road that is only 84 kilometers. Work on this road on its entirety has been flagged off and construction started post-haste and milestones are being achieved. The entire project will take 2 years to complete. It will be a dual carriageway with the provision of street light from end to end. There will be 10 pedestrian bridges in some of the major towns along the corridor and 5 primary schools too. There will also be an underpass at both ends of the road. One of the most heartwarming subplots in the rebuilding and construction of Menebida Road is the total rebuild of a bridge in Sabangida, some 20 kilometers to Bida. It has been a sore area to motorists. Across the general determination to rebuild the Bida Road, the reconstruction of this bridge at Sabangida along the road is one of the most heartwarming and pleasing. You know what? This bridge collapses with the heavy rain for the past 10 years and impeding flow of traffic along the road. Motorists have been complaining. The people around the area have been complaining because of flood. Now it is being fixed and it's going to be a double carriageway with the traffic light, that means the street light. You talk of reconstruction and expansion and something to help people to develop their lives.
What is happening in the States is highly commendable and is highly unprecedented. It has never been this good in the history of our dear state. I think we have gotten it right this time around.
So you have gotten it right now?
Yes,
you
we
are
have
happy? Share some of your experience with this bridge, especially before.
Well, usually during rainy season, it's usually cut off.
This resident of a community near the bridge could also not conceal his excitement with the work on this bridge. He said last year they brought a trailer load of livestock for Lagos, but they had to go back because the bridge was broken and flooded, and they had to abort their trip. Professor Yahya Kuta highlighted a most significant economic benefit of this road.
I can tell you Bida Emirate produces the largest quantum of rice in Nigeria. Rice. You go to some communities in Jimanduku communities, you can watch as far as 10 kilometers is entirely rice. You look, the radius, in fact, look left, right, the entire space is rice. Before the emergence of KB and other producers, Niger has been the leading producer of rice.
In a sense, the state government is creating linkages between its 1,000 road projects and its commitment to mechanization of its agriculture. Like the export processing zone airport, it will support movement of goods and services along the agric zone and improved investment in its agriculture and emergence of agro-industries, especially in rice cultivation and more. Another strategic thinking is playing out in Bida. Well, to reinforce it, Niger State is today a bus construction site, and in fact, there is no part of the 25 local government areas in this state in which one infrastructure development or another is not taking place. Of course, they are all touching on the lives of the people, and the people are not only happy, they are also prayerful. But the two of the projects are a master stroke, and they must happen. You know why? So much resources, so much faith, so much confidence, and so much spirit of mind have been invested onto them. They just must happen. And then they are on the way to be realized. One of them, of course, is this road. The state government is in earnest pursuing a 44-kilometer ring road in Bida. It is a bypass that cuts especially long vehicles from transiting into main town Bida. It is out of the 1,000-kilometer of road project. Bida happens to be the artery that connects the south of the country to the north and vice versa. Many of the heavy truck stopovers happen there. Bida is of interest to these motorists also because it is the major urban setting after Ibadan along the road, so it is an easy stopover. The catch is that as many as 500,000 heavy vehicles, or in fact more, stops over or just go through Bida monthly. You cannot imagine the traffic terror it causes to residents and free flow of traffic. Apart from safety issues, navigating Mina town is always a nightmare. The state government look at the potential of this traffic output if it can create a bypass and toll them. And so the ring road is here as a solution and a revenue earner for the state. These are images of its contour line in active construction. Of course, it will be a ring round bidder, so vehicles on either direction do not require to go through Bida Township. Again, it will be a dual carriageway with street lights and drainage facilities. 2 years is the completion period of this project, and significant headway is being made. In the plan of this ring road, there will be filling stations, hotels, eateries, and increased economic activities generally. The state says it is building new layouts in the ring and planning a modern city with all that entails. On that score, it is taking over 5 kilometers on both lanes. We have been through the stretch of the construction site of this road and witnessed how it is emerging from the scratch. It is shaping up well. In areas where water systems cross the road, active bridge construction is on the works. One of the questions I put to the authorities in Mina is how do they accept the resources to be at tens of construction sites at once and all with a short-term completion time frame? Certainly, no federal allocation, no indeed internally generated revenue.
Our game changer, sir, is agriculture. Whatever we are going to do today, we're going to pay it off with agriculture. And again, when you borrow and invest in things that will generate money, what do you think will happen? You get money to pay back, right? One of the biggest projects that we are doing today is the Bida-Mina Road, right? It's going to be a self-financing project because there are people that are willing to pay to fly that road.
You know, number one, his career path is such that he started his career as a banker. He was a banker for over a decade before going to the National Assembly and chairing important committee like Maritime Committee, like Education. So based on this experience, he knows how to galvanize resources to champion his vision. So, that's the advantage he's coming with, and that's the beauty of what he's doing. So, it's like some people want to leadership. Some people aspire to lead, but they don't even have the ingredient of leadership. He is already ready-made for leadership.
This is the window of the 5-kilometer road in every of the 25 local government areas of Niger State. You can see work is in progress. Now, the interesting thing about this work generally in Niger State is that hundreds of thousands of people, especially youth, are employed. Well, which is like a recipe against drug addiction, criminality of any sort, and of course, idleness. People are employed. People are getting something to do. And I think that is of significance to the whole to the whole concept of the project.
I'm working here.
Obviously.
Confirm.
What, does this work help you in?
Yes, it helped me.
Okay.
A matter of facilities and my own community, and also my brothers, and also my fathers, and also my mothers.
So it's helping the community?
Yeah.
And it's helping you as well?
Yes.
Before the project, what were you doing here?
I came from Mina to do this personal work.
Will you say about these people? Are they having work to do before this work, or now is the work that brings them?
No, majority of them before they have not any work to do. But yet when this work came, they appreciate, and many of them are working down.
And like how many people are working in this?
In every day we are working, almost getting to 50 people working under this project. Every day.
And they are being paid?
They are being paid.
The 1,000-kilometer road in Niger State is targeted at every local government to benefit. Mina has over 100. The 3 major towns of Kontagora, Bida and Sleja will have 50 kilometers each. I have been to these 5-kilometer road projects in some 10 local government areas across the state, and they really cut deep at the heart of what the ordinary people require. Mustafa Abubakar, the chairman of the New Niger, told me they go through extensive consultation with the critical stakeholders before the 5-kilometer road is started at a definite location in a local government area. In Boso local government area, just outside Mina, the 5-kilometer road is being constructed from Bago Junction to Keita Village, and it is a master stroke.
Now this road, for years suffer flood with every rainy season. The people complain of always evacuating and finding refuge somewhere to find solace from the floods. Obviously, these people now are going to be sleeping with their eyes closed because already on this 5-kilometer road, drainages have been constructed. The road construction is emerging. So at least this year, they have no fear of flood. And in fact, in subsequent years, flood will be a thing of the past as far as these people between Bago Junction and Sabo Ngwa are concerned in both local government area.
The construction comes with the drainage facilities and street light facility that this resident of the area feels will ease the security concerns of the people, apart from the threat of flood, which already displaced several residents.
The road has not been so much secure before. Thieves usually ambush people to collect their machines, collect their property. Now with this road, this man feel that act of theft will stop along this area. So the people are really happy about it and celebrating it.
Potentially as well, this 5-kilometer road at Boso will spur increased economic activity, increase access to state capital, and make the area more beautiful and accessible. To the residents of Railway Station Road in Mokwa, the emergence of the 5-kilometer road is heaven sent. This is a high-activity area that connects College of Agriculture, Government Teachers College, Abattoir, and Mokame Market. Yet that road to the residents is another name for nightmare. For here, they fight of erosion and perennial flood to no success. The nightmare is over now.
Before, erosion do normally finish us. Erosion do normally finish us in our houses. We cannot even sleep if there's heavy rain. And we cannot do anything else rather than even all our properties will be flushed out because of the flood.
So you think this project now
is the best?
It will solve all that problem?
It has solved already.
So you are happy?
I'm happy.
When we arrived in Moka, this road has already reached 50% completion. It will be delivered in 2 years. It may happen in under a year. It is a dual carriageway with drainage facilities and street lights. I again spoke to the governor, whether being at different fronts all at once do not overwhelm him.
That fast? Yes, time is pushing me because we are working against time. You can see the lag we've had in our years of existence as a state. You can see how our sister states like Bauchi and other younger states like Katsina have come of age. So there's no time to look at time anymore. We have more wealth, we are stronger in terms of our people, in terms of our character, in terms of our natural endowment.
Perhaps the Niger State Commissioner for Finance, Mekano, captured the spirit of the leadership more succinctly.
When you get scared of what you are going to do because of consequences that you may not be able to define its scope, you won't be able to move forward. You know, there is this saying that says when you build a house this short, never expect your children to grow this tall.
It is rather natural that extensive construction projects of the nature of roads will upset existing infrastructure, water pipes, electrical connections, and indeed the vexing issue of compensation for land. It is amazing how the new Niger office navigated all this.
Of course, if you are going to do a major infrastructural development, you have to come, in contact with issues that have to do with land compensation, because you are going to displace people, you are going to create new areas where you can move some settlement, and then you are also we also have situations where we incorporate locals into new urban areas that we are creating. Yes, because we are creating new layouts.
In all situations, Niger State government tried as much to detach this project with the mainstream civil bureaucracy. The entire New Niger and urban renewal projects are under an eponymous coordinating body. To such a degree, issues of monitoring, evaluation, and sustainability plans are pursued with mathematical precision and integrity.
We have our mathematics, and then we are working with it. I can give you some instances where where it will allay all your fears. It takes away everything that you could thought of, as a fear, to sustainability and the funding of this project. The simple instance is that Niger State is the major state in between the north and the western Nigeria. Now, if you take the instance of Bida in Niger State, we have a traffic situation where about 3 million trailers, pass through the Bida town to the northern Nigeria, from the west to the northern Nigeria every month. And then these roads that we're building, we're having some corridors of roads around those areas. Those roads are going to be under a toll gate. Yeah, so these are the kind of revenue, whatever you have taken from anywhere, you can pay it within the shortest possible time.
I'm crowded for time, but from the ashes of an iconic hotel, Bago is building a world-class teaching hospital in Minna. Shiroro Hotel has been an emblem of hospitality across the country, but it has been hit by bad times. It is having a second life now as a home to a world-class tertiary health service affiliated to Ibrahim Babangida University in Peko.
We want to make sure that this becomes one of the best teaching hospitals in Nigeria after completion.
So that's the key issue?
That's the key issue here. And that is what we are looking out for. And from what we have here now, we have been able to see how we can actually carve out different departments that has to do with the teaching hospital. And one thing that also will interest you here is for the fact that the governor just came in just less than a year, and we have been commissioned here for about 6 months ago to commence work here. And from the level of work that you can also see here, tells you a lot about how serious we are with this project.
Generally, Niger State is not only going through the best of times, it will also be the benchmark by which all states in the country will be assessed in the light of their present leadership.